And it was from that conversation that he also made an invitation for me to come and visit with you. And so I'm here today to thank you, because the people at this table are not only local and state leaders, you are national leaders on the front lines of one of the most critical issues facing our country. I want to thank Representative Carson for joining me and flying in with me today, and for your leadership in Washington, D.C., representing the people of the state of Indiana.
President Biden, everybody, is finally taking executive action for the American people. It has been confirmed that relief will be automatically provided to millions of people, and so these payments will be worth up to $1,000. And also, new relief programs have been created to help those that are struggling to afford basic necessities or pay rent. So watch to the end of the video to learn how to receive the latest stimulus payments. Now, so far, California has been ground zero for the fuel inflation crisis since gas prices first started rising above the crisis lows of roughly $2 a gallon, then $4 and $5. Now, when prices peaked back in last month, it was well over $7 in some counties at the summer's highest point. Now, when California Governor Gavin Newsom signed the state's 2022-2023 budget into law, the package included the middle class tax refund. According to Forbes, it authorized rebates in the form of direct payments to 23 million Californians, more than half of the state's population. And when fuel prices were at their peak, Newsom suggested issuing gas cards to residents. Lawmakers opted instead for direct payments that cash-strapped residents could use for other necessities. Eligible residents will receive between $200 to around $1,000 depending on household makeup, and the recipient's AGI listed on their 2020 tax return. State tax return. Aside from meeting the stated income limits, eligible recipients must have filed a complete 2020 state tax return by October 15th of 2021. If you applied for an ITIN but haven't received one by October 15th, then you can still qualify for the rebate if you filed your complete return this year. And also, Joe Biden celebrated stronger than expected job growth in July as a strong economic sign. This comes as Democrats look to pass major spending bills focused on climate, healthcare, and tax policies. To date, President Biden said the jobs, 528,000 jobs added in July, marks 10 million jobs created since he entered office. He told reporters that's the fastest job growth in history. And today, we have also matched the lowest unemployment rate in America in the last 50 years.
2 minutes to the gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Kelly.
Gentleman's recognized.
Mr. Speaker, and I thank my friend from Oklahoma. The distinguished leader was exactly right in his comments, but I would just like people to think about something. Every single problem we face today globally emanated right here from the same floor. Tax policy, regulation policy drove most of these businesses offshore. They didn't leave because they didn't like America. They left because it looked like America didn't like them. We have seen the erosion of so much of what it is that we are, all because of policy that emanated right from this same floor. And now we're trying to do something to correct bad policy in the past. I'm in the automobile business. We can't finish building cars because we don't have the product necessary to finish them. Most of the people you talk to said we didn't leave America by choice. We were forced offshore by policy. And Speaker and I know this because we both are big fans of the steel business. The only thing I would ask my friends on this side and the colleagues on the other side, there are consequences for past performance. This bill in no way is perfect, and Mr. Hoyer is exactly correct about that. But the question is, what is it that we're trying to fix, and whose problem is it? And the answer is, it is our problem because it's happening in real time on our watch. We have to do something. Doing nothing is not the answer to how we fix this bad situation. But we can't do everything from the House. We have to rely on the Senate to participate, and then we look at what we had initially started and say, what did they do to the piece that we were trying to get done? Listen, I know the debate can get heated, and we can talk.
If I've got a problem, we should say, how can we help? And so I thank you for your service. I thank you for all of you who are here for your service. And I hope that hearing you will to inspire more veterans to do exactly what you're doing. Sign up.
Get ready for more stimulus checks from Congress. So President Biden is taking immediate action to push forward his Build Back Better bill through Congress, and the IRS has announced that 22 million payments have been sent out this month in regards to tax returns and stimulus checks. The tax season actually kicked off on January 24th, and the IRS has issued more than 22 million tax refunds worth about $78 billion. The IRS reported today that as of February 18th, the average refund was $3,536. Some tax experts predict smaller refunds for families who received the advanced child tax credit and borrowers who paused student loan payments. The latest filing season, the commissioner of the IRS said, "We urge extra attention to those who received an economic impact payment or an advanced child tax credit last year. People should make sure they report the correct amount on their tax return to avoid delays." The IRS sent about 7.4 million math error notices for stimulus payment mistakes from January 1st through July 15th, 2021, delaying refunds, and many people are still waiting for a resolution. While the IRS couldn't issue refunds for the Earned Income Tax Credit or the Additional Child Tax Credit by law until mid-February, those payments should reach filers by March 1st. And according to the IRS, you can check your refund status with the Where's My Refund online tool. Now also, those who welcome the new baby to their family in 2021 could qualify to receive up to $5,000 on their tax refund this year. This is due to two tax credits in the $1.9 trillion aid package President Biden signed into law. Parents who meet eligibility requirements will receive $3,600. Thanks to an expanded credit this year, and a $1,400 stimulus check for dependents. Eligible parents qualify for both the child tax credit and stimulus check as long as their baby was born by the end of 2021, and they claim the newborn as dependent when they file their taxes this year. Many people, already received a $1,400 stimulus check, but because the checks were in advance of a 2021 tax credit, eligible parents can receive the payment for their newborn this year when filing taxes. So everybody, just make sure to keep an eye out for your letter from the IRS. And Representative AOC Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez took to Twitter to urge President Biden to act on student loans as soon as possible, adding that the president should use his executive authority to advance progressive caucus like stimulus checks, student debt forgiveness, and climate change policy. Her statements come after President Biden said that a deal was close on a Build Back Better bill. Now the legislation needs all 50 Senate Democrats to vote yes in order to pass. And without managed support, many Democratic priorities, including the bill, like expanded child tax credit payments, climate change investments, and healthcare protections, are temporarily paused. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said on Twitter that it's unlikely that Democrats can get reelected without acting on progressive issues that lawmakers campaigned on, like canceling student loan debt.
I want to explore a little bit about the role of corporate profiteering and its contributions to inflation, as we've kind of been discussing today.